everyone, welcome to fourth session on projection of solids. In this video we will explain how to solve square pyramid problem kept in corner condition. The question is as below. A square pyramid of 40 mm base dimension and 60 mm axis height is resting on HP on one of its corners of base. Draw the projection of pyramid if axis is inclined to HP at 40 degree and appears to be inclined to VP at 30 degree. So I told you in all the solids problem, first whenever question is given, identify whether given object is a prism or pyramid. Here it is clearly mentioned that it is a square pyramid. Base dimension is given, axis height is given, 40 mm base dimension, 60 mm axis height. Then identify whether the prism or pyramid, whether the object is resting on one of its edges or whether it is resting on one of its corners. Here it is given that it is resting on one of its corners of base, therefore you have to start from corner condition in first step. In second step, always we have to consider what is axis inclination with respect to HP. So here in this problem it is given that axis is making 40 degree with respect to HP. So in second step we have to consider this axis inclination with respect to HP, and in final step, in third step, we have to consider what is inclination with respect to VP. It can be axis inclination or resting side inclination. In this problem it is given that axis appears to be inclined to VP at 30 degree. So in final step we have to rotate axis by 30 degree.
In this problem, since the pyramid is resting on one of its corner, we will start it like this, and in first front view, I can see a triangular shape. This left extreme inclined edge is visible. This extreme inclined edge is visible, and this middle inclined edge is visible. Therefore, these visible edges, you have to draw it thick. Therefore, in front view, this line will be thick, this line will be thick, and also this center line will be thick. And here in this problem, since axis and this center line will overlap each other, we will not represent axis in this line, in this problem. We will show only this visible edge using a thick line.
Since the square pyramid is resting on one of its corners, in first step I will keep the square pyramid in corner condition. Base dimension is 40 mm. First side will be inclined at 45 degree. Length 40, angle 45. Third side and final side. That completes top view of this portion of square pyramid kept in corner condition. We have to indicate apex also. To indicate apex, turn it corner to corner, corner to corner. So this point will be apex of square pyramid, and these are the base corners of square pyramid. When you observe from top side, these inclined edges are visible, therefore I will keep these inclined edges thick.
So I told you, when you observe it from top side, base is visible, apex is visible, and also these inclined edges are visible. Therefore, these edges I will mark it thick. Base will be thick, and also these inclined edges you have to draw it thick.
Let me complete naming now. These base corners will name it as A1, B1, C1 and D1. Apex is point O and center of base will write it as O1. Since the center of base is not visible when you observe from top side, we'll write it inside bracket. Moving to front view, we have to project from every corners. These projection lines should be a thin line. According to given question, height of the square pyramid is 50 mm. From center I will take height. Remember, in case of pyramid, you have to take height from center or along axis line, or in case of prism, you can take height either from center or else you can take height from here also. Since this is pyramid, I will take height from center. Better, in case of all prisms as well as in pyramid, you can take height along axis line or along center. Let me take height as 60 mm. Connect these points. So that completes front view of square pyramid kept in corner condition.
Here the given object is a square pyramid, just like previous problem. It's a square pyramid, base is of square shape. It will be having one apex, and from all the corners of base there will be one inclined edge to common apex. If the pyramid is resting on one of its edges in the given problem, in first step we have to keep it like this, rotate it towards left side so that this pyramid will be resting on one of its edges. But if the pyramid is resting on one of its corner, we have to start it like this, rotate it such that it will be resting on one particular corner. In this problem, since the pyramid is resting on one of its corner, in first step we'll keep it like this. When you observe from top side, I can see base of square pyramid, I can see apex, and from all the corners of base I can see this inclined edges also. In front view, I can see one triangular shape. This rightmost inclined edge is visible, leftmost inclined edge is visible, and at center one more inclined edge is visible, and here axis line and the center line will coincide each other, so axis is not visible here, only this inclined edge is visible. In second step we have to consider axis inclination with respect to HP. So rotate this object such that it is resting on one of its corner. In second step we have to satisfy axis inclination with respect to HP. According to given question, axis is making 40 degree with respect to HP. So rotate it until this base will be making 50 degree or axis will be making 40 degree. Draw its front view and corresponding top view.
Here this point is A1 dash. A1 dash. A1 dash is visible when you observe from front side. Observer will be located here. When you observe from here, this point is visible, A1 is visible, B1 is visible, C1 is visible, but D1 is not visible. Therefore, these 3 points will write it outside bracket and D1 will be inside bracket. This will be coordinate C1 dash. This apex is point O dash. And this point represents, along this line I am having point B1, O1 and B1. is visible, O1 and B1 are not visible. So B1 dash will write outside bracket and remaining two letters O1 dash will be inside bracket because it's not visible, and also D1 dash will be inside bracket because it is not visible. That completes first step of square pyramid kept in corner condition. In second step, it's given that axis is making 40 degree with respect to HP. We have to consider axis inclination with respect to HP in second step. In question, it is clearly mentioned that axis is making 40 degree with respect to HP. So you have to copy the same diagram from first step to second step, but before copying, we have to find out what is the base inclination. This procedure is similar to all the previous problem. To find out base inclination, 90 degree minus axis inclination with respect to HP. So 90 minus 40, that is 50 degree. So 50 degree will be base inclination with respect to HP. So I have to copy the same diagram from first step to second step, but base will be making 50 degree with respect to HP.
After completing first step, in second step you have to rotate this object until axis will be making an angle of 40 degree with respect to HP. Pyramid is resting on only one particular corner, and when the axis will be making 40 degree with respect to HP, you have to find out what is this base inclination. Base inclination is given by 90 minus axis inclination with respect to HP. So 90 minus 40. So this base will be making an angle of 50 degree with respect to HP. So keep this object at an angle of base inclination of 50 degree. Draw corresponding front view, and this will be the corresponding top view after completion of second step.
Indicate all the dimensions also in first step. Base dimension is 40 mm, height is 60 mm. Before you copy this image from first step to second step, measure what is base dimension, what is this dimension. This is 56.57. Now I will copy this image from first step to second step. I am explaining how this copying can be done using manual method in graph sheet. In software, you can directly copy paste this object from first step to second step. When you do it manually in graph sheet, you have to measure this dimension. It is 56.57. So draw one line of dimension 56.57. Inclined at 50 degree because this is base inclination. Now this is point A1 dash, this will be point C1 dash, and here exact at center you will be having point B1, O1 and B1 dash. Now this is the midpoint which represents B1 and B1 dash. From here we take height is 60 mm. And this inclination should be 90 degree. This center line will be making an angle of 90 degree. It has to be perpendicular. Now connect these two points and also apex with point C1 dash. Now we have copied this diagram from first step to second step. It need not represent this dimension. I have measured this dimension just for copying purpose. Indicate angle. So axis is making 40 degree with respect to HP, and this base will be making 50 degree. You can represent only 40 degree also because in question it's given that axis is making 40 degree, therefore you can represent only this 40 degree. Project from all the corners. horizontal projections. Let me complete naming also. This is point C1 dash. Now locate these points in the top view. We'll start with point A1. This is the vertical line from A1. This is the horizontal line from A1. These two lines will intersect here. So this is point A1. Vertical line from B1, horizontal line from B1. These two will intersect here. So this will be point B1. Horizontal line from C1, vertical line from C1, so this is point C1, and the last point D1 and D1. This intersection point will be D1. Next, O, horizontal line from O, vertical line from O, this is point O, and O1 will be the center point. You can trim or you can erase all extra lines. Now connect all the points. While connecting these points, you have to remember, first you need to concentrate only on outermost points. So there are 4 outermost points. So concentrate only on outermost points and connect these points using a continuous line. And I told you there should be 3 lines from every point. I will start with point B1. I am having only 2 lines from B1. Identify which are the 3 lines. To identify which are the 3 lines, you can refer this first diagram. That's 1 line from A1 to D1, 1 from A1 to B1. I'm considering point B1 here, so I will start with B1. There is 1 line from B1 to A1, 1 from B1 to C1, and last will be from B1 to O. Remember, not from B1 to O1. There should be a line from B1 to O because O is apex. There is a line from B1 to O. So in this diagram, I am having a line from B1 to C1, B1 to O is there, so B1 to A1 is pending. Before you connect these 2 points, you have to identify whether I have to connect these 2 points using a continuous line or dotted line. To identify that, in second step, observer will be here. We are observing from top side. Identify where exactly point A1 is located. Whether this point A1 is located below axis line or above axis line, or whether the point A1 is located nearer to observer or it is away from observer. If it is located below axis line, this point will be hidden. Therefore, you have to connect A1 using dotted lines. Here in this problem, A1 is located away from observer. Therefore, we'll connect A1 to B1 using a thick dotted line. That completes all the 3 lines from point B1. Next, we'll move to point A1. There should be 3 lines, A1 to B1, A1 to D1, and A1 to O. A1 to B1, it's there. A1 to D1 is pending, A1 to O is pending. Since A is away from observer, this line should be dotted. Again, A1 to O is also dotted. Now I am having 3 lines from A1, its work is complete. I am having 3 lines from B1, its work is also complete. Last point C1, I am having only 2 lines from C1, so that means 1 line is pending. The pending line is C1 to D1, C1 to D1 I am having, C1 to B1, C1 to B1 I am having, C1 to O is pending. So C1 to O is pending. Identify whether this line has to be dotted or continuous. C1 point is located here. It is above axis line or it is nearer to observer. Therefore, C1 point is visible and all the visible points should be connected using thick continuous line. Therefore, from C1 to O point, I will connect using a thick continuous line. That completes second step. Moving on to third step. In final step, we have to consider what is the axis inclination with respect to VP. In this problem, axis appears to be inclined at 30 degree to VP. First, draw one line inclined at 30 degree. Inclination between XY line should be 30. This inclination is 30. We have to copy this diagram from second step to third step. But the condition is this axis should be making an angle of 30 degree. You know how to copy this diagram from second step to third step. In manual method, you have to look at each and every point in this diagram and you have to connect these points. Using software, I can directly copy paste this diagram from second step to third step. Now we have to rotate this point, we have to rotate this object. C1 is fixed. We have to rotate O and place it on 30 degree line. When you copy this object from second step to third step, if there is no enough space in your page, you can draw one parallel line parallel to XY line. One more parallel line here. And 30 degree line you can construct from this parallel line. From here you can construct one 30 degree line and you can copy this diagram on this new 30 degree line. Here I will simply copy paste this diagram. After this final step, you have to project from all the corners. Vertical projection from every corners. And also one more projection from point O1 also. Horizontal projection from all the corners. Now keep locating different points. I will start with point O, which is vertical line from O, horizontal line from O. So this is point O dash. Extra line you can erase. Next, this is the vertical line from A1, horizontal line from A1. So this becomes point A1 dash. Intersection of horizontal and vertical line. This becomes point A1 dash. B1, horizontal line from B1, these two are intersecting here. So this point is B1 dash. This point will be B1 dash. This intersection point will be C1 dash, because this is the horizontal line from C1 and this is the vertical line from C1. Intersection point will be C1 dash, and the last point D1. So this point will be B1 dash. This intersection point will be B1 dash. We will locate O point also. This will be point O1 dash. I will trim or I will erase all the extra lines. Now connect all the points. First, concentrate only on outermost points. We'll start with point O. O is outermost point. Next point A1 is outermost point. Here D1 is outermost point. C1 is outermost. Back to A. Back to O. Only B1 dash and O1 dash are inner points. Next, consider point B1 dash. Observer will be located here. When you observe from here, identify whether point B1 is nearer to observer or it is away from observer, or it is below axis line or above axis line. Since it is nearer to observer, point B1 is visible. So all three lines from B1 will be thick continuous. To identify which are the three lines, refer this diagram. A1 to B1, C1 to B1 and B1 to O. So A1 to B1 continuous line, B1 to C1 continuous, B1 to O is also thick continuous. Now when having three lines from A1, three lines from B1, three lines from C1, but only two lines from B1, the pending line from B1 is D1 to A1 is complete, D1 to A1 is complete, D1 to C1 is complete, D1 to O is pending, D1 to O is pending. When you observe from here, D1 is away from observer, therefore you have to connect using dotted line, thick dotted. That completes final diagram. Only axis line is pending. Connect O to O1 using axis line. This is the axis line. That completes solution for fourth problem in projection of solids. Thank you.